So I've been running by this sign on my running loop for the past 3 days. And the first time I ran by it, the sign says, "Those who love their country more than self will keep her free." The first time I ran by it, my first instinct was, a little bit of a cringe. I started to think, I don't know if this idea still holds. This seems like maybe the optimism of an America gone by, 50s or 60s America. The next day I ran by, I got caught up on the idea, putting anything above ourselves seems like maybe not in alignment. I go back to the idea of the oxygen mask on a plane. Isn't our duty to put our oxygen mask on ourselves first before we put it on the child next to us? And then today I had a shift. Today, when I was running by that sign, I thought, maybe. But it's because I think so many of us right now are not feeling free. We feel indebted in so many ways. We feel financially indebted. We feel indebted to our bodies, not having cared for them as well as we maybe wish we had. We feel indebted to our environment. We feel indebted to each other, not able to care for each other the way perhaps we wish we could. And we feel, I think, just this sort of emptiness, this bereftness that makes it hard to think about putting energy anywhere other than ourselves. But here's the great thing about our country. She's founded on the idea of freedom of speech, freedom to gather, religious freedom. And if the word religious gets your hackles up, perhaps we can just think about it as freedom of belief. And so what better way to love our country than to know, believe, feel, embody the freedoms that our country is founded on? If we can do that, if we can claim our freedom, which is hard to do, right? It takes great courage to do any of that, to enact those freedoms. But I think as we're able to do that, we love our country and we love ourselves simultaneously. And I think, it's not lost on me that this sign was on a church. I think our places of worship offer us opportunities to be free, whether that's a church or a mosque or a temple or a tent consuming a natural medicine, or the top of a mountain spent in quiet reflection, or watching the sunset over the ocean, or in a state of surrender with a lover with whom you feel your own divinity. I think our places of worship, our belief, this is how we free ourselves.